guys, as you can tell, this unit has a lot to do with our kitchens and cooking. At least at this point it does. So we're going to start today with a little question. I've got 4 containers right here, and I want you to guess which one of these holds the most, which has the biggest capacity. Okay, give you a few seconds to think about that. I guess you could just pause the movie. All right, which one do you think it is? Which has the biggest capacity? It was sort of a trick question. These all hold 1 liter. So when we were looking at that big measuring cup yesterday, I told you that there's a whole lot of different containers you might find in your fridge that hold a liter. And here are some that I found in my fridge. So my maple syrup bottle has a capacity of 1 liter. Now remember how we said capacity is how much it could hold? The volume, what it's actually holding, is way less than a liter. This is almost empty. Then we've got some cream for my coffee. This is a 1 liter container. And this one we're going to look at a bit more because when you're looking at your work today, when it says a milk container, it's talking about this size here. My ketchup bottle has a capacity, it could hold 1 liter, but you can tell it's definitely not holding a liter right now. The volume of this is not even close to a liter. I put ketchup on my grocery list because we are almost out. And then this one, okay, this one is like that far away from being a liter, but if you have these containers in your fridge, this is just about a liter. So if you're trying to picture a liter, you can picture one of these as well. All right, there are the liters. Let's do a little comparing then. I'll save this one, put some of my other ones to the side. All right. Which of these 2 has a larger capacity? Number 1 or number 2? Bigger, larger capacity. Yeah, it's definitely number 2. Definitely the liter one is going to be bigger than this one. And actually, if I take a closer look at this one you could get 2 of these jars of salsa and pack it into here. That would be disgusting if you kind of mix them together, but 2 of these equals just about 1 of those. All right, let's put that one to the side. Here's 2 now. I have salsa and barbecue sauce. Which one of these do you think has a bigger, a larger capacity? Which one can hold more? 1 or 2? This one's a bit trickier, isn't it? Because the shapes are so different, but they kind of look very similar. So if you said, hey, you're tricking me again, not quite, but you're almost right. This one is a little bit greater. This one has a slightly larger capacity, but not a lot larger. It's almost the same as this one. All right, now, in our work today, you're gonna see some smaller containers, some smaller milk cartons, and some larger milk cartons. You're all looking at this going, Mrs. Wyatt, why do you have the exact same thing in different sizes? Because I'm crazy, and some grocery stores only carry the little size, so I have to buy a bunch of those. All right. 2 of these, even though if I stack them it looks taller, equals 1 of these, okay? So if I had 2 of these, and actually what I truly do sometimes when we get 2 of these, I don't want to have 2 in my fridge, so we'll pour it into an empty large container. So this is 1 liter, this is 1 liter. If this is 1 liter, then using fractions, how much is this? This is half a liter, 1 over 2, because I took my liter and I have 2 parts. So remember, we put the number of parts on the bottom of our fraction, 2 parts. And the top number is how many I actually have. And so I have 1 of those 2 parts of a liter. So this is 1/2 of a liter, right? Now I could break my liter into 4. I could break my liter into all sorts of things. Did you know when you're cooking, if it says get 1 cup of something, do you know how many cups will fit into 1 liter? It's 4. So if I took my liter and I split it equally into 4 pieces, 4 cups. Each of those pieces would be 1 cup. So 1 liter divided into 4. How many pieces do I have now? 4. So the bottom of my fraction will say 4. If I have 1 of those, 1 piece of the 4, that's 1 cup. Now, you don't have to remember that. That's helpful when you get older and you're baking things and you're cooking and you kind of need to know that. In our work today, that's not something you need to know. I just think that's interesting. Today we will be using fractions. You will be comparing the capacity of different containers, and you're going to be comparing especially some that look like this. So remember, 2 of these is the same amount, the same capacity as 1 of these. Let's open up our books. Today we're on page 94, and if you usually skip this part of the video, that's fine. But today, some of these questions are a little bit confusing, so you might want to stay and listen. All right, we're gonna start by doing number 2. So in number 2, Jasmine has 1 liter carton of milk. So we see the 1 liter that she has in each of these. She's gonna fill half-liter containers with this milk from the 1 liter carton. So she's pouring milk from this carton into this carton, okay? The big one is the one that she's pouring from, and she's pouring into the others, okay? That's important for you to understand. So you're gonna answer these questions. Are the small cartons full? Is there room left in the small cartons? And is there milk left in this 1 liter? Is it empty now, or is there still some left? So if these are all half liters, think through those things, okay? Again, if you are having a lot of trouble with some of these questions today, talk to me during office hours at 10 a.m. Okay, number 4, circle the containers that have a capacity of about 1/2 of a liter. So this one here is sort of our 1 liter marker. It kind of looks like 1 liter. Which ones look like half a liter? Then you can come over to number 5. In number 5, it tells you what the containers are, and it tells you how much their capacity is. It actually gives you numbers. You're going to put them in order from the smallest to largest. Smallest will be first, largest will be third. So which of these is the smallest? So what's the smallest thing? 1/2, 4, or 1? 1/2 is smaller than 1. It's not even a whole liter. So this is the smallest. Okay, which is next? Between 1 and a 4, what is the next biggest? Good, 1, and then 4 would be the largest. All right, and then you're going to use these numbers too and figure out that one. Then we're coming down to number 6. In number 6, these containers, you'll notice they kind of look different. These are larger and these ones are smaller. Each of these containers are equal to 1/4 of a liter. So 4 of them together make up 1 liter. So you're going to match each of these pictures to its amount. Which one of these pictures, which letter, is less than 1 liter? Which one is exactly 1 liter? Which one is more than 1 liter? Which letter? Keeping in mind that each of these is 1/4 of a liter. So if I have 4 of the pieces, then I have 1 liter. In number 7, you're doing ordering again. This time you're going to go from the largest down to the smallest. So here they are. The pictures are helpful, but even more than the pictures are the actual measurements. I want you to take a look at these two, 1/2 a liter and 1/4 of a liter. Remember, with fractions, if the top number is the same, then you look at the bottom number. And the bottom number that is smaller is actually the bigger size. Okay, so let's think of this in a different way. If I gave you a pizza and cut it into 2 pieces and gave you one of those pieces, that would be a bigger piece than if I gave you a pizza cut into 4 pieces and I gave you 1 piece. So if you're trying to think out those fractions, think of it like pizza and think about how many pieces I cut it into and how many I gave you. And you really like pizza. All right, and then you'll turn over and go to number 11. Find the capacity of the container. So capacity, remember, is how much it can hold, and then tell me the volume, how much it actually is holding. And you're going to use liters. And liters, as you've seen quite a few times, we mark that with a capital L. So you don't have to write the word liters all over the place. So the capacity of this container, how much could it all hold? It could hold 1 liter. How much is it holding? Let's see. Right here. How much is that? You're going to tell me with a fraction. This might be another question that you're having a bit of trouble with. If you are, number 1, count the lines. And that's with the fractions. That's how many pieces it's cut into. And then count how many lines it's actually filled with. Sorry, that didn't make a lot of sense. So for this one, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. So it has 4 pieces. And how much full is it? 1, 2. It is 2 of those pieces full. So 2 out of 4 would be the volume. So you can count. You can count all of those numbers and it would still be correct. All right, I expect I'll be chatting with a few of you on office hours today. That's fine. Do your best though and try it out before you come and ask questions. Totally just lost my train of thought. You did those liters.